And we're back at it. An important piece to every workout is the warm-up. That's going to allow you to make the most of your workout, that main portion, so you can hit the ground running. We're going to start off nice and slow today. We're going to speed things up. You have a good sweat going, and we'll also make sure that we feel nice, loose, and limber for, again, that main event. We're going to start just by pulling the knee up towards your chest. If you need a little bit of a balance, we can lean against the wall, find a post. Just going back and forth here from side to side. Trying to pull the knee close to the chest. Should feel this along the back side of the leg. As we're going through these warm-ups today, I say this almost every warm-up, but if anything's giving you a hard time or it's just not feeling quite right, any issues with ankles, knees, hips, shoulders, whatever it might be, don't feel like you have to do the exact movement that I'm doing along with it. The main purpose of this is just to get some good movement. So if you're not feeling one of the moves that I'm doing, you can go ahead and swap in or sub in your own. Some really good ones are always squats, planks, and some sit-ups. Helps get everything nice and warm. Now from the side, we're going to be pulling the heel up to the backside. Again, that same thing. If we need a post or a wall for some extra balance, you can use it. If not, if you're feeling like your balance is on point today, we don't need it. Just going back and forth, now feeling that stretch on the front side of the leg that you're pulling up. Go for two more of these. On that last one, nice wide stance. Going to go into our Cossack squats, reaching the hips back and over to one side, feeling that good stretch on the long leg. As always, we want to keep the heel on the ground that has the weight on it. So as I'm lunging or squatting out, I've got my heel on the ground. It's going to put us in good position. Most importantly, going to help keep your knees safe. Hate for you to tweak or have any issues here, just as part of the warm-up. Again, just looking to warm up, getting the body going. From the side, we're going to turn this into some good morning. So sending the hips back, feeling some good stretch back behind your knees, standing tall. That good morning is something that is incorporated into almost all of my warm-ups. We use the back side of our body in almost everything that we do. So as I'm going through here, we're thinking of our deadlift position. So our shoulder blades are back, keeping a nice flat back. As we do this, this helps build a little bit of that muscle memory into our brain. All right, from here we test out the balance. If you need the wall, feel free. We're gonna go a single leg Romanian deadlift or RDL, straight leg deadlift. A lot of names, but as we look, we're just gonna be hinging and standing tall. Again, I'm using this wall. I could use the wall and the post, giving us really good balance, but I've got a little bit of a bend in the knee, keeping my back nice and flat, and then standing tall at the top of each one. I'm gonna go for one more on this side, and then we'll switch over to the other side. So now I've got the opposite leg, a little bit of a bend, hinging towards the ground, and then again coming in towards the middle. And we'll take one more, and then we'll end up in our plank position, because planks are great. We do them all the time as part of our warm-up. Going into our plank, just holding and breathing. Getting a little bit of a warm-up action in here. If you happen to hear some extra noise, I've got my neighbor mowing the lawn right now, so you get some lawn mowing action. If you can't hear it, don't worry about it. Forget I ever said anything. I'm gonna go a little bit wider of a stance. With that wide stance, turning that into some alternating shoulder taps. So tapping the opposite shoulder, just breathing, trying to keep your hips down. I'm gonna avoid the hips coming way up into the air. Now from here, we'll go plank. Now the hips go into the air to our downward facing dog, pressing back towards your knees with the goal of pressing your chest towards your knees. Again, just opening up, trying to press a little bit further each time. As we come up, we're gonna find our squat stance. Squats are a great way to warm up, going into that traditional squat, sending the hips on back. Again, going down as low as you feel comfortable. This is just part of the warm-up. So if you want to spend some extra time at the bottom, we most definitely can open up the hips through there, feel that stretch to the groin, or just continue going through that traditional squat mechanics. Keeping a nice wide stance, kind of the similar stance we had the Cossack squats, hands go up overhead, reaching those all the way through, standing tall at the top. Again, as we're going through this warm-up, do what feels good for you. If you're thinking, man, Jeremy, I wish I spent a little bit more time going through some shoulder stretches or some shoulder movements, hop into plank. This warm-up is meant to be yours. Me going through this is just giving a good kind of guidance, a good place to start. All right, from here, we're gonna get back into our plank, sending the hips up to downward facing dog. Again, pedaling out those feet and those calves back and forth. This time, a way more of a focus on the lower body. So the calves and hamstrings, walking those out. Walking the hands all the way back up to our feet. Taking some shoulder circles. So palms facing down, nice tight shoulder circles going forward. Take some deep breaths while we're at it. Getting a little bit bigger through those. A little bit bigger yet. And taking that full range of motion. I'm not concerned how fast you go, just looking to get some movement. Take a few Michael Phelps swings or some congratulations, pat yourself on the back. You're ready for another workout. And this time going palms facing up in reverse. So as I'm doing this, I'm really thinking about pinching my shoulder blades back together, keeping nice and active along that position. A little bit bigger yet, and hitting that full range of motion, and a couple of those swings. So we're gonna finish off our warm-up today with 10 up downs. I'm gonna do these along with you. No better way to finish off the warm-up than this. Chest does not need to go all the way to the ground. Jumping back and jumping up for 1, 2, just go at your own pace on there. If you're flying and blowing past me, no problem. If you wanna go a little bit slower, that's fine too. Going 10 total, we can always turn that into a step back, step up as well. This is number 7 for me. Number 8, 9, one final one, for 10. Whew, that is your warm-up for today. Go into your workout, make the most of it, challenge yourself, enjoy it. As always, if you're doing the right stuff, results always follow. Enjoy your time today.